Jace Peterson joining us on FT Live. Jace, how you doing? Where you at? I like that. Looks like a little sunshine before game time.
Yeah, how's it going, fellas? I'm at the house, just kind of sitting back, enjoying the view of beautiful Walnut Creek out here. So it's a good little afternoon.
There you go.
He's changed.
Why?
Because when I played with him, he didn't even have a view. He just never left his room, stuck in his apartment. Now look at him. He has a big mansion out in Walnut Creek.
That's because y'all made us walk to the field, ride taxis. Man, we couldn't be on the bus. Games changed. Games changed.
Games changed. You've changed it, Chase. You've changed it.
Man, I'm just kind of going with the flow, man. But I tell you what, back coming up with all you guys and kind of watching how y'all went about it and the way y'all did it, man, it was special for me. And I enjoyed those times, but just kind of going with the flow and going with how the game's going.
You know, you're the veteran now, Jace. You're the veteran on this A's team.
Sure.
So before we get into the interview, I have to send a public apology. The other day I told a story about the ghost, okay? It wasn't Jace. It was Shelby Miller. Jace and Johnny Gomes. No, I got it confused. Jace and Johnny Gomes were the ones that punked Shelby Miller. So I had Jace in the story, but I said Jace was the one that left the room, but it was Jace and Johnny Gomes that punked Shelby Miller. So I'll let Jace tell
at the Pfister Hotel.
At the Pfister Hotel.
Just for everyone that's just joining the party here and wasn't on listening to the show the other day. Yeah, this was like a quarter of the interview planned in my brain was, I got to get the story from Jace. AJ was like, I don't even think he knows about it still to this day that we tried to spook him at the Pfister.
I wasn't involved. I just heard that's why.
The team did.
Yeah.
Right. At the Pfister Hotel, which is weird and haunted in Milwaukee. And the other day, Mookie Betts was like, I'm not staying there. I'm getting an Airbnb. Then he homers. So now everyone's probably going to do it. But Jace, let's hear your side of the story because you were the one that pulled the prank off.
Man, so I had talked to Johnny Gomes. Shelby at the time, he was one of the best pitchers in the league that year. I'm pretty sure it was 2015. And in the locker room, I had grabbed Shelby's key, and me and Johnny kind of had a little plan like, hey, look, I'll get his key. You go in his room. And AJ was along a lot of the lines that were pretty correct. Johnny was lighting candles and smearing smoke and char all over the mirror in the bathroom. And goes back in there. Shelby walks in there. Shelby ended up coming to sleep in my room that night. So I never left the hotel, but it was a good prank. It was really funny. And Shelby was pretty scared. So it was cool.
Did you tell him afterward? Did you let it sit for a while?
We let it sit until we left the series. I think we did it the second game of the series. So we let it sit for the whole series. And then when he left, he was pretty upset, but he had a good laugh at it.
Did he retaliate?
He never did retaliate. That wasn't how he was going to do it. Because if he would have retaliated, the retaliation of his retaliation would have been worse for sure.
Yeah. With Johnny Gomes? Yeah. Do you know Johnny Gomes? Yeah. Johnny Gomes would have blew up his house or something.
He's not losing that battle ever.
No, Johnny's a last laugh guy.
Oh,
for sure.
Incredible. Okay, so now team-wise, unique situation. How is it being a veteran on a squad that's in rebuild mode and a bunch of young dudes?
Honestly, we have a bunch of good players in that room. Obviously, I feel like baseball's a long season. It takes a little while for everybody to kind of find their role, fit into where they kind of go about it. And each day that kind of just happens over a long process. So I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now. Obviously, we could be better in all aspects of the game, but we have a lot of young guys with a lot of talent. I think Rooker is leading the league in OPS, if I'm not mistaken. Ruiz is up there, if not leading the league in stolen bases. So there's a lot of talent on this team. There's a lot of other stuff going on that we can't really control as players with all the move and the Vegas situation, and fans aren't too happy about that. So it's never fun when you hear them in the crowd kind of giving it to the owners, and it's just a little bit of a weird situation. But for us, our job is to show up and play baseball and try to win games, and that's kind of what we're focused on, trying to get better each day and trying to win games each day. And hasn't really gone our way so far, but it's a long season. So we'll see if we can turn it around.
Tell Roke I said hi and that he's got to come on the show. And has he broken down and cried yet? Because he's a crier, if you don't know that about him.
Brent
I did not know that, Kratzy, but I haven't seen it yet. But I'll be on the lookout for sure. I'll have to mention it to him today when I get to the field.
Okay, and then when you're the like AJ said, all of a sudden now you're the veteran. You still look like you're like 23 years old, so congrats on that part. But how do you talk to these guys about winning? How do you talk to them about winning when you don't feel like necessarily everybody's above you guys in the front office is necessarily like, hey, here's a team that you guys go win with. Like, as a veteran, you have to you command that respect because of what you've done in your career. But how do you talk to these guys about that?
Man, I think that's the hard part. I think there's a fine line between kind of going to the field every day and expecting a win. I feel like winning is something earned. Winning is something that you put the work in. You continue to have that mindset each day and go about it. But, all we can really control and all we can do is our preparation. We can continue to go out there and play as a team, continue to try to go get wins and just lay it out there on the field each day. And for me, it's just trying to win each day, not getting caught ahead of, hey, who we got next series or who's pitching tomorrow, just trying to be in the moment, trying to win each day and just trying to stack wins together. So for me, it's just the mindset of kind of communicating, hey, let's be good today and let's win today and we'll worry about tomorrow. So for me, it's just taking it each day, one day at a time and one pitch at a time really throughout the game and just trying to make plays and have good at bats and stack them up on each other.
I'm sure the front office or whoever is not talking to the players about like the situation, but do players talk about like following the Vegas side of the team just because it's in the news all the time? I'm not saying even just like on the negative side of what's going on with ownership and treatment of Oakland, but just more along the lines of like moving forward. You're on a 2-year deal. Like you could play in the AAA Vegas ballpark next year, depending on how it all plays out. So have you guys talked about that stuff within the ball club?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's no secret. The media is talking about it. The fans that are at the game are screaming and talking about it. So it's kind of one of those things that it's in the room and people know it and you're trying to kind of avoid it and just go about your business. But it could be a distraction and sometimes it gets frustrating to always be asked about it, quite frankly. For us, we're looking forward to playing baseball each day, no matter where it's at. It's big league games. It's hard to win in the big leagues. It's hard to get big league wins. There's some really talented guys and some really talented teams. So we can't get caught up in where we're going to play next year or whatever the case may be. We're just focusing on wherever we're at. We're trying to win big league ball games. And that's kind of the mindset that I'm taking.
You're such a veteran now. Gosh, you're just such a veteran with some of these answers. I'm just trying to be every day. And dude, Vegas? Come on. Vegas would be so fun. Think about
it would
that.
Be
Vegas?
sick.
It'd be awesome.
It would be sick. It would be sick. And I'm not saying it wouldn't be, but who knows? You know how baseball is. You could be on one team one day and the next day you're on another team. So, I mean, for me, I'm just trying to go one day at a time. And Vegas would be pretty cool. No question about it. But I try not to get that far ahead and try not to think that far ahead, to be honest.
Jace, come on, man. Look, dude, I know where you came from. I know you grinded it. Listen, you got a 2-year deal. You got a 2-year deal. What did that feel like when somebody put that on the table? You're a free agent. How many minor league free agents? You re-signed with the Yankees, I think, 3 times one season.
Man, so yeah, my it's a blessing. My career, obviously, at the beginning of it, drafted by San Diego, traded to Atlanta, was there 15, 16, 17, and then up for arbitration. You guys know how that works. And up for arbitration, non-tendered. So I signed minor league deals 18, 19, 20, 21. And yeah, there was times where you're frustrated with the business of it and you're a good player and you're in the big leagues every year, but that's just the business. And for me, I never tried to get caught up in that. I just tried to focus on each day. And fortunately, 22 had a ARB deal with Milwaukee and I enjoyed my time there. And then after that, Oakland called with a 2-year deal. So yeah, it's a blessing and I'm excited to be here. But it's definitely been a long road. And I feel like everything in this game, as you guys know, when you're play this game for that long, man, any kind of multi-year deals, that's a big deal. So it was definitely big for me and the family, and I'm excited about it.
Jace, were there ever times where you were like, screw this, because you don't feel like you're getting the shot that you deserve? Like, I'm going to look to do something else, or even for you? I mean, I remember you were a freaking athlete in college going, maybe I should have played like QB or even safety and gone for it in the NFL.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest point for me and kind of with that was in 2020. Obviously, the COVID situation kind of shut it down. Nobody knew what we were going to do, if we were going to have a season, whether or not we're going to play at all. So I remember going home and kind of thinking about it, and I had reached out to some guys who one of my good buddies in the NFL, Deontay Spencer, he's with the Jets right now, but he was with the Denver Broncos at the time, and just kind of reached out to him and talked to him about what those guys make. And I don't think guys realize it, but man, those guys on the practice squad in the NFL make a pretty good living. So that was something that me and my wife had talked about for a little bit in 2020, just because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And then obviously baseball kind of got back rolling. So that's the route I went. But I love football. I think that football is probably my favorite sport, no question. I love Sundays when in the off season when you can turn on the Sunday ticket and watch some NFL games. So I love watching those guys compete and go at it on the football field for sure. And definitely there was times in my career where I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I just tried that's my mindset going back to taking it day by day, man, for real. That's kind of what I try to go about and what I do and enjoy each day and try to just take it one day at a time.
As I tell everybody, if you were on the 2015, 2016, especially Braves, you thought about quitting many times. Trust me. Baby.
I was young and kind of just coming up into it, obviously, as you know. But, man, those years were fun for me. I got to play with you, Johnny Gomes, Jason Grillis, Jeff Francoeur, Kelly Johnson, Jim Johnson. I mean, I could go on and on with so many guys that I played with that I got to watch, who I watched growing up, and them do their thing, and then to be able to be on that team and be teammates with them was pretty special. And just to see how y'all went about it and how y'all treated the rookies and kind of laid down the ground rules for me and the rest of the rookies when we were coming up, I feel like that was one of the funnest points of my career, no doubt.
Yeah, poor Jace. He had me, Johnny Gomes.
That's a lot of veteran
Jim
personality.
Johnson, Grilly. Freddie was still like a young guy back then. Freddie Freeman, Francoeur, Frenchie comes in, Kelly. We had a lot of veterans, but we were not very good.
Salty.
Nick Swisher was over there. Michael Bourne came over there. We had tons of guys.
Oh, Saltalamacchia, is that what you're saying, Kratzy?
No, they were all salty veterans. Just salty. Ugh.
Yeah.
We weren't that mean to them. We didn't really.
No, you guys were more pissed because a lot of you had a lot of winning in your life, and then you guys weren't winning.
Man, I forget the guy's name. We had a lefty pitcher, and I feel terrible. I'm forgetting his name, but I remember.
Flaherty?
No. It was a rookie. He had posted a picture on Instagram of him like posing with the shirt off. I remember coming.
Oh my gosh, what was that guy's name?
God, I cannot.
He wore glasses.
Yes.
And he was like this with his shirt off. He's like, I'm jacked.
This is 2016?
15 or
yes.
Which
15 or 16.
Right, while you're
Jace,
talking, give me 5 seconds.
While Scott finds that, what was the worst thing that AJ did to you while you were a rookie there?
Oh man, well, probably in New York wearing a pink Speedo and flippers and everything that you could imagine that a swimmer wears, and dropping me off 12 blocks away from the hotel and making me walk as the bus just crept along. That was probably one of the worst things that I had to do, no question.
Hey,
and AJ kind of led that up.
Hey, in your defense, there was 23 of you guys walking the street in the same outfit. So we took we put them in swim outfits. So we took the Americans and put them in one outfit, and then we took the non-Americans, mostly Latin guys.
Yeah.
And they were different, but they were all swim caps, goggles, Speedos, tank tops. And we're like, okay, guys, see you at the hotel. And we dropped them off. It was like 3 blocks. It was still in the middle of New York.
Hey, my feet were still bleeding from those slippers. That wasn't 3 blocks.
And the bus just creaked along next to them as they were walking, and everyone just stops and looks like, what is happening? But it's New York, so they don't pay that much attention.
In New York? No. I mean,
that's
a lot of crazy shit going on.
A lot of stuff going on for sure.
Yeah.
Marksberry was the guy's name.
Marksberry?
Yeah, Marksberry. Yep.
Marksberry. I mean, he had a long career.
Oh, Matt Marksberry.
Matt Marksberry. He had a long career.
No, he did not.
I remember that though. We came in the clubhouse. AJ has it on. He's got the club. He's having it on every TV. It's printed out on everybody's locker, just blowing him up. Oh my God, I'll never forget.
Dude, the guy had 2 days in the big leagues. He's posing topless on his Instagram. Like, hey, look at me, guys. I'm jacked. I'm a big rookie guy. And he has glasses on. Braves hat.
35 appearances. He made 31 appearances in 2015. 4 appearances in 2016, which is the year you're talking about, because he probably was so dejected.
No, I think it was 20. I think it was 2015.
It was 2015. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Everyone's always got an AJ story, so not surprised.
Jace, have you recovered from the sprint you made the other day when you made that catch?
Yes, of course, man. Of course. It's all good. I mean, honestly, the bullpen did a great job of letting me know the mound was there. Obviously, you know it's there if you're playing here, but for me, the ball's going up and just trying to go make a play. I was able to hear those guys kind of holler out the mound's coming and able to keep my foot and make the play.
How many times have you watched it back?
Oh, I had a lot of buddies send it to me, so I've probably seen it, I don't know, 10 times or so.
Do you have a dig me highlight video kind of thing where, let's say you're slumping or you just need to pick me up? You're like, all right, let me check that play out again. Okay.
Man, that'll be on the list for sure.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not a huge video guy. I don't really like to watch and break down a whole bunch of video. I try to keep it simple, be athletic in the box, and let it rip. And that's kind of my mindset. If I get too much, and these days there's so much analytical stuff out there, you can go down the rabbit hole and be looking at video or breaking down things for hours. So I try not to go there.
Do you have so the A's are most likely out of playoff contention. Have you gone to Kotsay and said, I have never caught an inning, but I've played every other position. Do you get an inning? And does he say yes?
A lot of people have asked me that, Kratzky. I don't even know if I really want to do that. I mean, I don't feel like going back there behind the plate and trying to catch 95, 98 miles an hour. That's not something that I'm really interested in doing. In an emergency, I will, but that's not something that I'm trying to do unless we're really in a bad situation.
You got the security of a 2-year deal. You don't have to worry about getting hurt. You pitched the other day. Like, how many guys on 2-year deals are pitching?
Hey, I'll go do that. That's fun. I can do that. But going to catch 98 and 100, I don't know how you guys did that for so long. That's a different animal there.
Hey, how many strikeouts you have? How many strikeouts?
Ooh, I got 3 punchies. 3 punchies.
Kratz, how many you got?
3.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Austin Barnes, Eugenio Suarez, and Brandon Belt.
Wow.
Wow. Who are Jace's? Jace, who are your punchies?
Man, I know I got Christian Velasquez when I pitched with
Christian
Baltimore. Sosa
Vasquez, the
You
catcher?
mean the catcher?
Yeah, Vasquez, yep.
Yeah.
I got Sosa with the Phillies, and then a couple pitchers. I might have 4. Now. I think I got one this year too, but a couple pitchers. A couple of them didn't swing, so easy punchies.
Oh, man.
How many innings you got, Jace?
Ooh, 4 or 5, something like that. 4 or
I'm
5.
surprised you don't have this
Sure.
memorized. Some of these guys, especially with their, joke pitching stats, are like they're rattling everything off. They
but he's
go
pitched so many
sequence
times
through
now.
sequence. I know.
It's
but
not.
they're
It's not a
sequence
good
through
thing when I'm out there on the mound. It's never a good thing. So I try to forget those days, to be honest.
5 innings pitched, apparently.
5 innings?
5
Is that what
innings
it is?
you have.
There you go.
I gave up a bomb to Devers in Boston, though. My God, he almost hit that red chair that's up there.
You've given up. So 5 innings, 8 earnings.
It's not
8
good.
Yeah,
That's not
a
good
lot of
ERA.
those were in Boston too. I feel like I gave up 6 runs that day. It felt like.
2 homers. Who was the other homer? Devers and who?
Man, it was this year. Duran with the Rangers.
Ah.
Oh, Ezekiel.
Yeah,
And 4 strikeouts,
Yep.
I was told.
4 punchies.
So I've got one more for you from Garrett. Have you ever been on the field for a perfect game or a no-hitter at any level of baseball?
Yeah, we got no hit. Well, in Milwaukee, we got no hit against the Cubs, and then we also no hit the Indians on a combined no hitter with Josh. It was Hader and Corbin. So I would have been a part of 2, one defensively and one offensively.
Oh, there you go.
And you were 1 out away from Shelby Miller throwing one into Miami.
We were.
Stupid Shelby.
Golly,
On that
Justin
he
team,
was
Bohr.
elite that year.
you guys have
Yep.
a lot of stories from that year.
Well, we did a lot of fun stuff. We
Yeah.
weren't very good, but we did a lot of fun stuff as a unit. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was good.
after that year, then you started getting in trouble. If you treated the rookies too bad, you start getting in trouble.
Did you hear about AJ's phantom IL stint?
He was there. 2016.
Oh, I was
wasn't he?
there. Yep.
Yeah. So
I was there.
what's your analysis on the entire ordeal? Because it went kind of viral when AJ told it the other day that he was like, "Yeah, I got to go on the IL," and he was trying to pick the injury and went for anal fissures and got denied.
It was only one fissure. It wasn't fissures with an S.
Well,
okay?
that's what everyone's been saying online.
I know, but it's just I corrected
one
him.
fissure.
It was one fissure.
I
Jace was there.
remember AJ being pretty upset about it, and then I feel like he started sending pictures of him hunting or on the beach or fishing or something.
Yeah,
So
it was.
I don't think it was he was mad and upset at it first, but then he started kind of living life a little bit, hunting and fishing or doing the beach life, and I think he got over it pretty quick.
Yeah, so they sent me home, and they were in the middle of the game, and I was sending pictures from my pool, drinking a beer.
Like in the team chat?
I'm like, hope you guys are having a great game. And I'm like this with the sunset, like, ah.
That's ridiculous.
Why? I wasn't hurt.
No, I know, right. You're saying he was upset, Jace, because he wanted to be there, right?
He did want to be there, and I think all the guys obviously at this level are super competitors, and I think some situations in this game when you get put in situations like that, it's never fun for the player. It's frustrating for the player, and at first you're really upset about it and wish you could change it, and then you realize it doesn't matter what you want to do and how you feel. That the game don't care and the business side don't care, and then you're just like, all right, well, screw it, I'm gonna go do what I want to do anyway.
Yeah, and you're doing okay right now.
I'm survived. All right, Jace. Before we let you go, I just want to show you this photo before we go. Okay, you ready? Might want to cover your eyes.
I'm ready. Wow. Yep, there she is.
Wow.
There she is. Man, what a time! What a time.
We need a locator.
He's next to Christian Bethencourt.
What a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's balling right now in Tampa.
I know. Matt Whistler's in there somewhere.
Yep. Yep.
Who's the guy second from the right with the American flag?
Giving the peace? Williams Perez. Wasn't that Williams Perez?
Yep. Williams Perez.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like, man. Do you know what that looks like?
Adonis Garcia, not Adolis Garcia. Adonis Garcia's brothers in that picture.
Wow. They look just alike too.
Right?
Dude, yeah.
They look just alike.
That looks like a scene from the movie Dodgeball.
And Mark Sperry's in the middle. Mark Sperry's
there he is on the knee. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Practicing for the Instagram shoots. Wow, that's good. I'm glad we stalled to get that in there. Perfect placement. Great way to end it. Hey, Jace, awesome catching up with you, man. We appreciate the time, dude, and have fun. Keep doing your thing.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, and look forward to getting especially y'all out there at the ranch, man. Let's go make some content and shoot some pigs and get some deer or something.
I'm in, dude. You know me. I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, you and Kratzy come out and we'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Kill it up.
Let's do it.
All right,
I'm with you.
I'd love to see Scott pull a bow back.
I told you I'll go.
You'll go?
Yeah, you told me.
Jace,
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Jersey boy Scott, he's like, I'm gonna mess up my hair.
I'm rugged. I'll wear my foul territory hat. I'll be good to go. They'll never see me.
All right. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers, Jace.
Have a good one, guys. Appreciate it.
You too. Later.